Hello, welcome to the Mexican Grand Prix here in Mexico City. That's it. Yes, welcome. Goodness me, I'm very loud, I think. But yes, tonight is round 20 of the World Championship, and we come to you from the city of Mexico, don't we? This is the highest altitude circuit in all of Formula One. And I am looking forward to this one tonight. Then, of course, what I do need over the summer, as much as I enjoy the season, I do kind of put the season end to come hopefully sooner rather than later, mainly because I can get a new mic then as well, so I'm not like holding my breath, so I don't want anyone to hear me breathing over the intro and all that kind of stuff. Yes, welcome to round 20 of the World Championship, everyone. This is going to be a tough test for man and machine here tonight. Then here in Mexico, round 20. This is our seventh round of racing around Mexico. All-time lap record is set by the last season's world champion, which is actually set by last season as well, which is Danger Times 1:15. So I wonder if that'll be broke here tonight. Then I highly doubt today. Of course, we got different spec machines, haven't we? But we'll soon find out. And history of this circuit then over the past several seasons. And Troy then, who needs a win tonight, did win this race last season, didn't he? In fine style. Danger Times won it in season 6. Season 5 was the world champion Emerson the winner, and he won it in season 4 as well, with Fisher winning it in season 3 and Grantee winning it back in season 2. So this is our 7th run of the Mexican Grand Prix here tonight then. So yeah, let's get going, shall we? Looking forward to this one. Let's take a look at the drivers and the constructors standings then before we get down to business. Troy leads the championship by 5 points now from Boxall. Boxall's on a roll. Remember that last week Troy was leading the race. He's leading the race in Japan as well. The last 2 times that he's leading the race, he has not finished in first position, has he? So that is very much advantage Boxall in this championship fight at the moment. But let's see how this one transpires. Good things do come in freeze, don't they? Can Troy turn this around for the third attempt then? Boxall is only 5 points back at the moment. Can he take over the lead in the World Championship with just 4 rounds to go-ish? 5 rounds to go, but 4 rounds after tonight. Percy in third position. He is still in the championship fight. Unfortunately, I think Gurman is actually in the championship. No, he's not. So Percy is the only other driver that can win the championship now. So no double world champion again in ALR. Gurman outside the championship now. He cannot win it. Chaza in 5th position. 6 is Vesey with Mr. Race 7th. Green in 8th. And this is where it gets very hot. Vesley on 68 points, 65 for Mr. Rage, 62 for Green, 57 for Gamer, 55 for Markey, that's 10th. 11th position is Alhan on 54. Goodness gracious me, it is tighter than a tight thing there, isn't it? It's almost as tight as my wallet there. It's out of the pits now, comes one of the Red Bull cars. 12th position is the former champion and newly promoted Williams driver Nigel on 27 points then. Siege is in 13th at the moment on 22 points. Pillars, who will be rejoining the grid, is 15th in the championship. Coop is, as in Soup, is in 14th position there. Pillars, Sweet as on 8 points apiece, and Mumford is... Well, Mumford hasn't raced again, unfortunately, but Mumford was in 17th position, and along with Knowlesy, who is also going to be joining the Williams fray from next week onwards, but he is currently 18th in the championship. Indigo and KD is on 1 point apiece at the moment, and in that relegation scrap. Alpha Tauri leads the way at the moment in the Constructors' Championship, 70 points separates them. They cannot win the Constructors tonight then, but I think that they'll be in position to win it in a week's time, I believe. Aston Martin are second one. They got to stop the rot here. McLaren are now really hunting down the Aston Martin. 8 points separates the Aston Martin and McLaren team. Ferrari 187 points away from the McLaren team. Haas are in 5th. They've dropped behind Ferrari now. There's 2 points separates those 2 teams. Alpine are in 6th position. They're having a torrid time, Alpine are this season, as once again and they have lost. They have once again had to replace their drivers. Red Bull, Alfa Romeo in 7th position, and 8th position. Eighth position is the Red Bull, which we're seeing on screen now. Ninth is the Mercedes, and Williams are 1 point away from making it the £100 point. My goodness me, love the helmet body from Sam Green, fantastic. So constructors looks like this then. AlphaTauri 320 points in front of the Aston Martin team. They cannot win the constructors championship here today. They might be able to win it though. I don't think they'll be able to win it this week either, because I think that we still got. I think the earliest they can win it is actually not Brazil, but I think it might be Portugal. The McLaren are third at the moment. Fourth is the Alpine. Haas are in fifth position. Alpine are 5 points away from the McLaren team, but unfortunately, Alpine have really struggled in the Gold Championship this season. Ferrari are in sixth, and seventh is the Red Bull team. Mercedes are 2 points beyond this team, the Red Bull. Ninth position is the Alfa Romeo, and Williams brings up the rear in 10th position. Yellow flag in Sector 3, the stadium sector. 3 DRS zones around this historic circuit. Return to the official Formula 1 calendar back in 2015. I can't remember much of that season's race, to be honest. I think it was dominated by Nico Rosberg, wasn't it, really? I can't remember anything else, to be honest, but we do remember the races in 2018 and 2017 as well. Green goes fast, and then, of course, on the green circuit as well. But he'll be very happy. He'll be very happy to get a time on the board then. But look at that then. He is struggling. Either he is happy with that lap, or he is struggling to warm up his tyres then. I think he is more struggling to warm up his tyres then. Here comes Immortal, who will be racing in the Williams team for this race then, before he hands the car over officially full-time to Knowlesy next week in Brazil. Immortal has done a 7/10 quick. Remember, he is the champion of 100% then. German has gone at second fastest, and of course he is season 6 world champion. Unfortunately, he's officially not going to be the champion this season, but he has but you remember, he did win a race earlier on this season, and he is aiming for the championship, I am sure of it. Next season he certainly will be, because I think that German would love to get that title back in his grasp. So yeah, we welcome back Nigel then. Of course, 5 races before he's expecting to come back. He's now also officially been promoted from silver to gold. But Williams has now had a total, when Nosey steps in the car, the Williams would have had a total of 7 full-time drivers this season. That is why they're so low in the Constructors' Championship, because they've had no continuity in that team, unfortunately. Coop is, as in Soup, is in 4th position in the Haas team at this moment then. KD invalidated his time whilst his teammate Green is just peeled back into the garage. So that's a bit unfortunate. Got a Ferrari out there as well, but I think we're going to stick with Mr. Rageman whilst I get onto the comments. And short is gold, always believe in your soul. Unfortunately, I don't have a soul because I'm ginger, and if I remember that first ever internet, was it a meme? I'm not too sure. Mr. Rage has unfortunately overstepped the mark there ever so slightly. Well, the other Williams is actually being raced by Blaze tonight then, so I might have been a bit too early on the Williams announcement then, potentially. And I just seen it in the Discord earlier on then, but I think it is going to be Nigel and Knowlesy racing for the Williams team for the remainder of the season. But they do have good drivers tonight in Blaze. But I also want to talk about and Immortal, but I want to talk about a man making his debut here tonight. As much as I want to see, as much as we like to see Blaze, we're going to take a little segment. Is it a segment? No, it's not, is it really? Oh, I got an email. Oh, it just tells me that we're live. Fantastic. And this is this man here, Pink Eye. Hopefully I don't call him anything else, like Brown Eye or anything like that, because that could certainly not go down too well. Then again, I'm not. If Pink Eye is what I think it is, then potentially. Actually, let's not go down that road, I don't think. But yes, welcome to ALR Pink Eye. Then I think that he's an associate of. I think I mentioned it in the 100% League actually on Wednesday. Goodness me, there's been 3 days since that race, and I've had to sleep since then. But I'm sure that he's an associate of Troy, isn't he? Then so that's going to be a very interesting dynamic, isn't it? At the final turn then for Pink Eye. Let's see what he can do in the Alpine then. So Alpine, as I've mentioned, then also having a lot of drivers this season. Unfortunately, Wouter and oh no, I've forgotten the guy's name. But basically, the two Alpine drivers have been replaced then, and it will be Indigo going forward in the Alpine, which he is in the Alpine tonight then, and he is driving at the moment. And it will be Pillars who start off the season with the Alfa Romeo team on 8 points already in one race then for Pillars. But it'd be great to see the seasoned veteran and multiple Grand Prix winner back in at ALR then for the remainder couple of races then for the Alpine. And they also, like the Williams team, they have also had a very difficult season. They've had some quick drivers in this Alpine car, but again, it's just been a very lack of continuity in the French team then, which is a bit unfortunate, isn't it? You got the power to... Oh, Sarah Smasher is still singing to me. Fantastic. Best present ever to watch Jordy and Percy knock the snot out of each other. Troy will be a double gold champ and the people's champ. Then Chazza, hello there. Good evening to you, Chazza. And penalties galore, Sarah Smasher tonight, and also a very happy 75th birthday to Sarah Smasher tonight. And of course, I hope he's had a great day today, and of course, and I think there's a very special mention as well because Pink Eye's gone second fastest at the moment. I don't know why. That's going to tickle me all night because I'm immature. As Indigo goes into ninth fast at the moment now, a couple of seconds away at the moment. I think he needs to find his mojo there, Indigo. But a very special mention to Cyrus Mushroom there because he is such a he's a very good friend of ALR. He's also a very good supporter. Supporter, but I think, no, just the fact is that he's always in the comments there, every stream more or less, and he doesn't care about all the waffle that I say. He always comes back for more, and always livens up the chat as well, and it's really good to see. And of course, Serious Mushroom, who's I think that he's not. I don't think I'm not sure if this is right or not, but I don't think he's enjoyed 100% league all that often this season. But fair play for him sticking at it, because 100%, as I said on 100%, as I said on Wednesday, it's such a hard discipline. It's something that you really must excel at, and I must say that I am in the majority that doesn't excel at 100% league whatsoever. But fair play to Mushroom then, because he always comes back for more even after having difficult races, and a lot of drivers do not. Siege coming out of the final turn then, and Siege goes 10th fast as well. 75th, I have been asleep. Have I been asleep that long? As I have. Sam Green has gone on to the medium compound tires here. I wonder if he's doing some tire tests here in this qualifying session now. You still got to do the job here. You still got to get through qualifying. This is a qualifying knockout, unlike gold, like silver and bronze, which is kind of tomorrow and Tuesday. Unlike those two championships, you have to. This is a 3-part qualifying here tonight. So. It's Seeds there. I don't know what he was looking at. It looked like his steering wheel locked there, and he just drove straight into the wall. So issues there for Sweet then. I wonder if there's issues with the configuration. Remember, Nude Potato is almost certainly missing this race as well, unfortunately, and that's almost certainly going to end his chance of driving in silver for next season, because he's got a technical issue with his throttle pedal, hasn't he? And looks like I think it's a spring that's gone or something, but he's gonna but unfortunately that is all but ended his chance of getting promotion here, and that's such a shame. And Knowles is driving the Ferrari, then Mumford is not. I don't think it's I'm not sure if it was a late vote change or if he just didn't show up, but that's unfortunate for Mumford. Just sticking it with Percy at the moment now. We haven't got Troy in this session. Yes, we have. I lie. I was looking for Troy then, but goodness me, I couldn't see him then. But here comes Percy first. Troy, I think, is just behind the Ferrari. Here is Percy then. He's in the championship, and he goes fast at the moment now, Percy does, but he needs a lot of as he has invalidated his lap time. Nigel also in the second Aston Martin as well, with Gamer not racing at time, so Nigel will be driving in the green mean fighter machine. Troy is down the back straight, so let's see what Troy can do. As I said, he is the championship leader at the moment now. Boxstyle has just come out on track at the moment. We're going to be focusing on these two drivers. I don't know, I sound very loud tonight when I'm like listening to my feedback. Goodness me, I might have to put the mic away from my I've gone from really quiet to really loud in like the last couple of weeks. Goodness me, I wish this machine would make up his mind. We've got Troy then. We're going to be focusing a lot on Troy tonight. We're going to be focusing a lot on Percy and Boxed Out tonight, because the championship is getting very hot. Then it's the closest championship being protested in the all the world championships in ALR this season. Remember that it is very close in bronze as well on Tuesday night. Then, so that is just going to whet your appetite for that incredible bash as well. Serious Mushroom loves this track, so hopefully you'll have a good birthday present, or a belated birthday present on Tuesday night. Then Troy gone first fast mode, and Immortal's retired from the session. Immortal's been absolutely good in these machines, hasn't he? He's been really good in the 100% league as well, as he already wrapped up the championship a week ago in impressive style as well. Now your voice is fine. Thank you very much, Serious Mushroom. I'm surprised by that, because usually it's not. Because I sound like an old farmer, but Vesley's gone 16 fastest. And here is Boxed Out, the man who has been very much since his retirement in the Dutch Grand Prix, when him and Percy came to blows then just at the exit of Tarzan out of turn 1. He has been on the podium ever since then. A first, a second, a first, and a first. Then Boxed Out has been then. He is at the moment then on an almighty run, exactly where he needs it to be. Then can he take the lead of the championship? Can he take control of his destiny? Indigo's retired from the session, and Mr. Rage has got a 5. Oh gosh, there he's just on the back straight, and Indigo is out of the race. Mr. Rage has got a 5 place grid penalty. Alpine is out of the race. Indigo is gonna be absolutely furious with that. Oh dear, oh dear. Mr. Rage was high in 5th position, which I would have sensed that the Haas driver. Once again, Mr. Rage is one of my drivers of the season. He's been brilliant this season. But Mr. Rage, and that is going to make, wherever he qualifies, -5 positions on the grid. That is where he's going to start. But him and Indigo have come to blows, and that is not good at all. Someone just popped into the 14th position, and KD's out of qualifying as well. I think he's safe and sound in the pits. I wonder if he is just putting his feet up, but that is a big blow for Indigo. He's out of qualifying already. There are 19 cars in this qualifying session, and just watching Siege head out of the final turn and across the grid. Then he is 13 seconds quicker, but he still remains in 15th position. And Vesley in 14th at the moment. They're not feeling too comfortable out there. Here's Nigel, then the leader of In he goes. Oh goodness me, Serious Mushroom now. A bit of pun on words. And what did you have for your birthday, by the way, Serious Mushroom? I know that you went out for your meal, but did you do anything else? And more importantly, did you get any presents? Of course, then. To be honest, as Box Out retired from the session, to be honest, I tell you what, I'm looking forward for my birthday, which is actually just in 22 days' time. I'm self promotion there. Nigel almost off the circuit there. Mr. Rachel retired from the session as well. They're all fine. They're just in the pit at the moment. Nigel on board with at the moment. Of course, he is marching on to that silver title. Nigel's been in perilous this season, but I do feel though that Fanjo has had the pace, but it's just the consistency that he's lacked. And Nigel back in the pits with just under 3/4 minutes to go. Then I'm such an Indigo. I was looking at the Aston and didn't see the Haas in front of me. Indigo was saying, "Oh goodness me!" Indigo then down in 18th position, then, and it looks like then that he drove into the back of unfortunately of Mr. Rage, and that I think is Mr. Rage is going to be furious with that, isn't he? With that 5-place grid penalty. I wonder if it damaged the car as well, potentially. Coop, as in Soup, currently in 16th position at the moment there. He is about 8/10 of a second away from Vesley with just over 2 minutes to go in this qualifying session. If he wants to make it out, he needs to find 8/10 of a second. He's a 10th down already in the Haas. He might, I wonder if, I was going to say, could Mr. Rage give him a bit of a slipstream there to try and get him out of Q1, slipstream, especially down that long first back straight, and maybe even the second back straight as well if you cut the first 2 chicanes. And I didn't say that though, of course, and I would never encourage corner cutting. Blaze has made his way up into 6th position in the Williams team. Of course, as I mentioned, Williams have had 7 full-time drivers this season. It's been pretty difficult over there. I got jumpers and the usual rubbish and a watch. Ooh, goodness me. Usual rubbish. I have a lot of rubbish rubbish as well, to be honest. To be honest, what I'm hoping this year is, I shockingly, as we're just watching Siege crawl back to the pits, shockingly, I sound ungrateful here, but I didn't get the Formula 1 2021 season review last season, so that has been one of my birthday wishes for this season, and hopefully I'll get season 2022 as well, to be honest, because that would complete my collection. As Cooper drives under me now, we got a Ferrari out there. Nosy, excuse me, goodness me. Oh gosh, of Knowles, he's out at the moment, but he is on an outlap, so we're just going to watch Coop have another bite of the cherry. Sweet's out on circuit as well, just starting as that Pink Eye has retired from the session. Oh, I love that name. Pink Eye has retired from the session. It's because I'm mature, that's why. Coop then down the mini stadium sector. There's like two stadium sections here, isn't there? Of course, there's the baseball sector, and then it's just that mini atmosphere down the back end of the circuit. Then. Just watching Coop then flick it through the old S's here as well. Then, of course, we've seen Nigel there having a couple of issues in the Aston Martin, not too early. Then, so just now floated in to the stadium sector as well. Then, couldn't have picked a better season, Haas. To be honest, I know, I must admit. To be fair, 2021 or did Gerber mean 2022? I'm not too sure. To be fair, as we watch Coop come across the line, he's found 6/10 of a second, but it's not enough, and he's out of qualifying, unfortunately. Knowles is going to be happy with that. He is through into qualifying. What about Sweet? He's found a 10th per second. He needs to find abundance more than that if he wants to make it through. Vez is going to be looking very nervously over his shoulder. Green is also completing his lap as well. Here comes Sweet. He finds an incredible amount of time on that final sector. Sweet is jumped up into 14th position. I would say that's a sweet lap indeed then. Here comes Green out of the final turn, and Green goes 8 fastest. Good time for the Red Bull car. Alhan, whoa, and that's a violent spin then for Alhan. I think Siege is also crawling back to the pits as well. Nosey could be facing the dropout here, unfortunately. Here comes Vesey now out of the final turn. We've got Nigel in there as well. Vesey goes up into 10th position. Nigel goes up into 9th position. Sweet has not done enough. Nosey has also cut the corner somewhere, and he is out of qualifying. Both Alfa Romeos very lucky to make it through. Look at that. By 200ths of a second between the Mercedes and the Alfa Romeo. My goodness gracious me. Oh, that is redonkulously close, isn't it? But Sweet there, who found an abundance amount of time, but as incredible as that was in the final sector, it wasn't enough to get him through to qualify in two. Unfortunately, so Sweet is going to be like you and I, and he is going to be a spectator now then. So that's going to be disappointing for Sweet then. Same with Nosey in 17th position, and Coop down in 18th position as well. Indigo crashed into the back of Coop's teammate, and that's why he's down in that 19th position on the grid. Serious Russian noted, Sean, now you know what to get you. Thank you very much, Serious Russian, but I'm hoping my sisters get me one of those DVDs, to be honest, and hopefully the other one gets me the other, to be fair. German saying that 2016, one of my all-time favourites, loved that season. I gotta say, I think that season, for me, really showed how incredible Mercedes were with the hybrid era. Because didn't they win, like, out of all the races they won, did they, like, win, like, hang on a minute, here's my maths is going to fail me now. They won, like, 21 of the 22 races, didn't they, or something like that? Or 20 of the 21 races. Because I think, didn't Red Bull only won one race that season, didn't they, which was Malaysia, I think. But all the rest was Mercedes, I'm sure it was. It was an absolutely dominant season, that was, wasn't it? It just showed how incredible that Mercedes car was that season. And how incredible they were in 2014 as well, really. And 2015, to be fair. You can see it's Mr. Rage, and if he qualifies 5th, he'll be down into 10th then. But that is a big blow for Mr. Rage. You'll see what the outcome of that is then. Indigo down in 19th position, 18th for Coop, Knowles in 17th, and Sweet in 16th position. Chaz has said, hard luck, teammate, as unfortunately Sweet there is going to be in the garage, but I'm sure that Sweet will be cheering on Chaz, who Chaz has had, Chaz has said that this is his best season he's had in ALR, but of course I'm a stat man. In terms of stats, I think this is probably his second best season, but I think in terms of championship standings, he is actually not. I think that the highest he was before was like 5th position in the championship back in season 4, 3, maybe 2. 10 people with penalties tonight at a minimum. If I didn't invalidate the lap, I'll be in Q2 on old soft tires. Sad times, Knowles just said. I can't wait to see what Knowlesy can do in that Williams when he gets that full-time seat. Because yes, he may have had some technical gremlins, but also I think that because he's been a reserve driver for all this season, to be honest, even this race as well. So the final 4 races, Knowles would be really showing us what he can do. But I don't think we've seen the best of Knowlesy in this season, which is a shame, really, isn't it? Because he is a 3-time Grand Prix winner. We've got Verstappen's debut and Malaysia as well. Yeah, I forgot about Verstappen's debut. And how shocking is that? Yeah, so it's 2. Mercedes won all those races apart from 2, of course, which is that Spanish Grand Prix, which was very, very, very interesting indeed, wasn't it? And then, of course, Malaysia as well, where basically Hamilton's engine expired, which maybe give the title to Rosberg. I think that's unfair, to be honest, because Rosberg started to go out and beat Hamilton, beat Hamilton and then finish second in the remaining races. KD has had a spin at the exit of turn 3. I think that is. It is turn 3. He gets back going now. Percy out very early on here, not as early as Mr. Rage said. So Mr. Rage wants to get on with it. F123 will be my time short. I hope so. I really do. And I've seen a lot of you all know that I'm a TikTok. I'm an addict for TikTok. Unfortunately, I just can't help it. But that's what I do with my time. On TikTok, I've been seeing a lot of spoilers and things like that, and it's a mixed reviews at the moment. I see a lot of positive, like where people are saying it's like the 2020 handling and all that kind of stuff. Then I see others that says, oh, it's just basically got a new graphic and all that kind of stuff on it. I'm gonna be positive about it. I must say that having said that, I've re-downloaded F1 2021, to be honest, and started playing that because I've been trying to play co-op seasons with a friend, but it hasn't gone too well at all because unfortunately, there's every couple of races we get a glitch where all the AI gets disqualified for not using 2 types of compounded tires. It also freezes after every season when you try and edit your driver and all that kind of stuff. It's a bit dodgy, to be honest. I've also discovered that my Codemasters friends list or whatever. EA friend list or whatever they have doesn't actually load, so I can invite anyone to a co-op career if I could anyway, which I discovered last night as well, which was a bit annoying, but there we go. Every podium every week then, Sirius Rush was saying, yes, I believe. Noel was saying, and of course, Noel, as I mentioned, Season 6 was his best season, wasn't he? Season 5 was his best season because he was very much it was free for free in terms of wins between Emerson and Knowlesy. Remember back in Emerson's most dominant seasons, wasn't it, in Season 5? I think that was the most dominant ever season, the ALR as well. Mortal's gone faster than there, and almost a second quicker than Mr. Rage at the moment. And German has gone second fastest, but he is on the medium compound tyres, and as he floats underneath me. Lovely stuff indeed. I think IndyCar's on tonight, isn't it? Which I'm hoping to watch tomorrow, to be fair. I must say, I do like the IndyCar, but I think I'd rather be commentating on ALR personally, as Percy has gone 5th fastest. Remember, Percy's been very unlucky, hasn't he? As a pink eye going second fast there. Only one driver's gone into the 16.5s at the moment, or well into the 16s, which is Mortal then, who were just watching his teammate Blaze about it. But Williams will be got everything crossed, I think, in their camp because they need some points desperately now. They've not even got into the 100-point mark yet in the Constructors' Championship. I don't think Blaze and Immortal really are concerned about helping the Williams out at all, really. I think they're ready to just to flex their muscles in a Formula 1 car and just to have a good time. I think that's kind of what it is, really, because I don't see Blaze or Immortal driving full time for the remainder of the season. But it'd be interesting to see how the grid shapes up for next season, of course, then, which of course, ALR, we do have a relegation and promotion kind of structure, but not all the time can we adhere to that because of drivers may not be able to do that day and all that. Blaze has gone fastest by 3 tenths a second, pretty monstrous time there for Blaze. Troy is on an outlaw at the moment, going to stick with Vesley, or should we stick with Alhan then, who is just at a stadium sector? Yes, he is then, so let's watch him then as he accelerates out then and go to the S's end. Vettel had a nightmare around here in 2015, didn't he? He kept spinning around that part of the circuit, didn't he? Which rivalry is more intense than Geordie, Percy, or Emerson and Granty? I'll let you guys be judge of that. I don't know, to be honest. I must say, I'm not too sure, to be honest. That's a really interesting one. Both rivalries have very much had flashpoints there. Emerson and Granty came to blows at Belgium, didn't they? Of course, same with Boxtel and Percy. I also remember that it was also getting very heated in other areas as well than in the paddock. So potentially. I think it might be Percy and Boxtel. There might be a bit more of a heated rivalry. I'll have to think back and have a think about that. I'll have to sit back and have a think about that then. But I think at the moment it is Boxtel and Percy, but only because I think it's fresh in my mind. But Vesey going in third fast, and that's a good time there from Vesey in the AlphaTauri. Lovely stuff indeed. Alhan went 8th edition whilst I was sitting on the back of me poof and having a look. We got Nosey versus points finish then. Chad saying me and Pillars when he kept holding me up in the pits. And oh yes, indeed, when Pillars and Chazza were, I think they was in the Alfa Romeo. I'm sure they were. But every time that Pillars pitted, then unfortunately Chazza, they used to be so evenly matched, didn't they? I can't remember what season it was now. It might have been last season. I think it was season 6 potentially, or season 5. As Troy going third fast, that's exactly what he needs then for the championship leader. Box out is just out on circuit as well. Nigel started his lap, and so has KD as well. Just at the end of the second DRS straight. Then I was like, oh goodness me, I have got how do I turn my notifications off? You so just watching KD, who is just coming in to the S's. Yes, in terms of that rivalry, that was quite interesting indeed. Then, as Chaz lost a load of points that season, didn't he? Because of that pit stop. Then, and just on board with KD as we're going. How do I turn my notifications off? KD then just going out of the baseball stadium and coming into and then just coming into the final sector. Then he goes 5th fast at the moment. Good stuff indeed. That we have also got a Boxtel coming into the final into the Nigel Mansell turn as well. Accelerates out and Boxtel goes fastest so far, 3/10 a second, and into the 15s as well. Can Nigel get a clean pair of heels? And Serious Mushroom, Jamie Enright versus everyone. Yes, and Jamie Enright, what a ledge. Out of the final turn, and Nigel going into 12th fast. That's not enough for them. Both Aston Martins are looking into the abyss, and they risk the rage then into the final sector. And here he comes, and here he is now. Then, as and let's see what Mr. Rage can do. Then going under the bridge, then, and now into the final, into the Nigel Mansell curve. Then accelerating away. Mr. Rage going 7th fastest. He is under a cloud, isn't he? Though, unfortunately, because of that 5th place grip penalty after him and Indigo had issues there coming into the pits. And Nigel is down at the mini stadium sector as well. And I think that is he going for a second bite of the chair? I don't think he is, to be honest. I wonder if he's coming back in. He's got 6 minutes. He's got plenty of time to do it. Into the pits does come green then as well. And into the pits comes KD. So currently at the moment we've got Alhan, Nigel, Percy, Siege and Chaz all in the drop zone at the moment then. Now then is green then. So both Red Bulls then are currently through into qualifying for it at the moment. KD doing a good job in 6th position, and Green a cracking job in 9th position as well. But here comes Gurman as a Serious Russian. What a nice Haas, and very, of course, steady on, make sure you pronounce that Haas, ladies and gentlemen. And here comes Gurman then in the Ferrari, and he's gone purple in the second sector. He's found half a second, which would be well within the 16s. And let's see what his final final sector is. And that Ferrari might need a bit of a clean-up there, because it's very grubby on the side pods there. Goodness me, as the Ferrari mechanic's going to have to really get that polish out, won't they? The final turn now, Gurman goes to go into a very credible 3rd position now. He might be, I think it might be a bit dangerous to assume that you'll be safe there. Chaz is started his lap, I think, as has Pink Eye. Well, Pink Eye starting his lap now, so we're going to stick with Chaz for a minute, and he is down in the stadium sector as well. accelerating and accelerating out of the hairpin then. I think that's turn 6 that is now into the S's then for Chazza then, and let's see, he's taking a lot of curb there, isn't he? But I think he's being very safe on that throttle pedal, isn't the Mercedes driver? DRS, 3 DRSs around this circuit, around this short straight going into the stadium sector. I don't think we see many overtakes there, to be honest. The main overtaking opportunity is definitely down to turn 1 and down into turn 4, but you have to be very much alongside your competitor, don't you? Out of the final turn, and Boxall's happy with his performance. He's only driving into the 15th at the moment. Chaz has done a 16.6 so far, so he's currently in 5th position. Is that safe? I don't know. I'm going to be honest, I don't know. It is going to be very touch and go, isn't it, I think, for Chazza? And there's a lot of drivers that are starting to improve now. One of them is the debutant at the moment, Pink Eye, and Mike, 8/10 of a second he's found in the second split time. There's a Mortal getting a bit of slipstream there, and I think he's just about far enough back to get that slipstream as well. However, I think he would have liked that slipstream at the beginning lap, but then again, if he is that far back at the beginning lap, I think he'd be happy with that. Gurman is happy with his time, by the way, and he is in 3rd position. I think that should be safer. Pink Eye goes 3rd fastest. Mortal stays 5th fastest, but he's 5 seconds off the pace. I wonder if he was harvesting. Troy is on a lap at the moment, and Troy is warming up those tyres. KD is also starting to warm up his tyres as well. What about Percy? Percy is halfway through this lap then. Nice lap, Chazza Charlie. Great lap indeed then for Chazza, wasn't it? In 6th position then, DRS, and there it goes then for the Aston Martin. And now coming into the stadium sector, 16 seconds up. Percy has said he hasn't set a competitive time just yet then. It might be competitive in Singapore, very competitive in Singapore actually. But Percy now taking it through the stadium sector, not the most beautiful piece of track in the world there, but the atmosphere in there is electric. Out of the Nigel Mansell turn then, across the line, he goes past us so far. Not pole yet though, I'm jumping the gun there ever so slightly there. KD is gone into 10th fastest at the moment. Ferrari and Mercedes are in the pits there. What about Mr. Rage? Mr. Rage is now warming up to let it go. Chazza is done in this session, so is Gurman, so is Boxtal. What about the Williams set of Immortal then? We've seen him just finishing off his outlap. Here comes Immortal now then into the Paratada, or is it the Mansell curve then? I don't know. Let's go with both and out of the final turn then for Immortal. And once again showing his teeth in that Williams car. Magnificent. Into the pits comes Pink Eye. What a magnificent debut it's been so far, as I thought that that was an Alpha Tari and it was going off into the sea in the accident. Blaze has gone into he hasn't actually started a lap yet. What about Troy? Troy then looking under pressure then. He's still in the 16s then, but that should be safe and sound, I think. KD is gone at 6th fastest now then with just alongside Troy. I think those two should be safe. I'm not sure about Gurman. Gurman is going to be looking very nervous, isn't he? There's an Aston Martin off the circuit. They were just watching Siege and in 15th position at the moment. Hasn't set a time just yet. And here he is then. And into the stadium, into the baseball stadium as well then. Now flicking it under me then. Before into the Paratada then. Accelerate away then. Here comes CJ. He's done a 17th fast. Only good enough for 13th position, unfortunately, for Siege. And that at the moment is not good enough to get him through. Maybe he may have time for one more lap, but I don't think he's got deployment. Mr. Rage has gone 6th fast. That's a great time for Mr. Rage. Alongside Troy there. Vesley has come across the line to start his lap as well. An incredible end to the session. This is 1 minute to go, not 8 minutes to go. 1 minute and 8 seconds to go here. Nigel is revving it up and letting it go then. Nice and closest and stupid laptop. Serious Russia saying that. So Serious Russia getting ragey with the old technology. 50 seconds to go in this qualifying session. Green is out on circuit. Vesey is out on circuit as well. KD has just completed his lap then. For Gurman and Chazza could be on the cusp of exiting the qualifying session here tonight. Gurman and Chazza have been very good this season, but they'd be very disappointed to be knocked out here then. Damn, I thought at that time would be good enough, would be more than enough then, but Gurman may have underestimated then the track evolution around Mexico here. Also the evolution of the other drivers out there. DRS and for Vesey. What is his time at the moment? Has he got anything left in the piggy bank? He does indeed. He's for half a second up in the second split time here for the AlphaTauri into the baseball stadium as well. that is car 99 then of Vez. And the only man to use car 99 I think was Sutil, and wasn't Juvenazzi also 99 as well, potentially. Out the final turn then for Vesely across the line, and he is through. Chazza is out qualifying. That is disappointment for Chazza. What about Green? And he is down at the furthest part of the circuit then, as is Alhan. Nigel's 1 second up in the second split time. A Williams car is just in front of us. I think that's Blaze, maybe, who is in 8th position on there, but Chaz is out qualifying. I think Gurman could be out here. Can Nigel? No, Nigel is missed out by the skin of his nose cone, and he is in 11th position. What's Green got? He's got a 10th of a second up there, and there's an Aston Martin right behind Green, and Alhan 2/10 of a second up. He might be able to trouble Siege. Still good there. Gurney is what Sirius was saying. It's gonna be. He's on the edge of his seat. I think Gurman's gonna be. Alhan, I don't think it's enough to get himself through into qualifying free, but it might be enough to get himself in front. No, of his teammate, not quite. And Green down in 12th position as well. And unfortunately, Green missed out on qualifying, but Gurman has got through there by the skin of his nose. Coming there very tight at the end. And that qualifying 2 session, fantastic. Oh my goodness me! Then out of qualifying then is. Nigel, along with Sam Green, Chazza in 13th, 14th is Siege, and 15th is Alhan. Then our top 10 separated by less than half a second. Then Percy, Boxtal, Immortal, Pink Eye, Vesley, Troy, the championship leader, down in 6th, and 7th position. Mr. Rage, he has a 5-place grid penalty. Blaze in 8th, KD in 9th position, and Gurman completes the top 10 here tonight. And golly gosh, then 5 margins. Thank goodness for that. Then just gonna pop my brain back in, and it is what it is, Chaz is saying then, as we are now rolling in to qualifying free then for the rolling on to qualifying free then for the Mexican Grand Prix then. Fantastic stuff then. And now we are getting into qualifying free then. Oh my goodness me. Who's going to be on pole position then for the start of the Mexican Grand Prix? Graham Souness is going to leave Sky. Goodness me. Of course, Sky has also lost Jeff Stelling as well, haven't they? So sad week then for if you're big fans of the old pundits of if you're the old pundits of Sky Sports. I think ALR have been trying to get rid of me for years, haven't they? They just can't find it. They just can't find a ginger fool who would be doing this week in, week out. And now we got 30 seconds into this qualifying free session. Turtle and hair like turtles. Slow and steady is what Chazza is saying. To be honest, now I get you. I've read those comments the wrong way around. Goodness me. Right then, into qualifying free then. The form book in qualifying is like this. And as Katie comes out of the pits, it is currently 7 pole positions there for box stage. It's been pretty hot in qualifying, actually. Persh on 5 pole positions. We got Troy on 4. Mr. Rage had that incredible pole position back in the Italian Grand Prix as well. Then Troy has been on pole position last time out in the United States. It was Boxtal in Japan. It was Wouter in Singapore. Mr. Rage, as I said in Italy. There was Boxtal and Troy again. They've been swapping pole positions there for the last couple of laps or so, last couple of races or so. And we just now, as everyone is on a outlap at the moment, and I think the furthest man around there is Gurman there, who is using their unique configuration of circuit there. Immortal currently, I think it's not Immortal, who's a long way around the track, is his teammate, I think it is, which is Blaze. There he is then, and watch him up, and let's go. Here's It's My Old Age then. Out of the final turn then, the Serious Mushrooms old age well, but he is celebrating his birthday today, so we'll let him get away with it then. Now down the back straight comes a Blaze at the start-finish straight. I'm sure this is the longest run from the start lights down into turn 1, isn't there? So how important is pole position is what I'm going to ask you all in the comments, all of you at home. How important is pole position? I would say not that important, but of course then I'm a fool. But if you get a slipstream and then get a run down turn 1, especially the real world of Formula 1, it's not always the best it's not always the best position, is it? Third on the grid, I think might be the best position potentially. We've seen Verstappen in 2021 have a really good run over the two Mercedes, didn't they, down into turn 1. So I'm wondering if third on the grid. Of course, you can't really manufacture that in this world, can you? It's so close, isn't it, in the in ALR, that if you're going to try and manufacture that, you're going to really be left in tears, I think. Then Blaze has got a faster than the 4-time Grand Prix winner. Isn't Baku longer? Serious Mushroom was saying then. I think the straight's 2 kilometers long. I think the start line, the start lights, or the first lap run down into turn 1, I think is the longest, isn't it? Bar Russia, but of course Russia's not on the calendar anymore. Or down to the first breaking point, then I should probably say. Mortal's done a 17.8, done a 17.8 then in the second Williams. Percy's gone third faster now because Mr. Rage has gone to second, and underline how quick he is in that Haas car. That five place grid penalty must really be irking. Unfortunately, Mr. Rage said, "Oh, I'll be absolutely furious then if I was Mr. Rage." But unfortunately, it is what it is, really, isn't it? That's just the way the cookie crumbles. German is invalidated this time. It is a short circuit around here, though, isn't it? So he may be able to get away with that ever so slightly. Troy started his lap. Vesey started his lap as well. I think that it's a Mortal going for a second time run. I don't think it's Boxstar's had an issue somewhere, hasn't he? We're going to stick with Pink Eye. I think we are. We are indeed in the Alpine. Oh, from the start to turn 1, yes, indeed. I don't think I made that clear, did I? Yes, so from the start down to turn 1 is the longest run. But I think Serious Mushroom is right. I think that it is Baku who's got the longest straight in Formula 1. I think it is the longest straight in Formula 1, because I thought that China was, but I think China's 1.8 kilometers, isn't it? It's 1.8, isn't it? China is, whilst Baku, I think, is 2. Immortal's gone faster. Wow, incredible time for Immortal. Apologies to that man, because I was watching Pink Eye. The gap is 200 of a second between the two Williams team. This is exactly what the Williams team needs. They do need, though, points on the board, don't they? Here comes Pink Eye out of the front. And Pink Eye on his debut on pole position. Troy is alongside him on row 1, and Troy hasn't shown his teeth then. But it's the debutant Pink Eye that is really thrown the cat amongst the pigeons in this one. Out of the final turn goes Vesey, 8 fast at the moment. What about Boxstyle and hugging the inside? And Boxstyle's on pole position by 2/10 of a second now. Oh my goodness gracious me. It is hotted up here in Mexico. Boxstyle going for his 8th pole position of the season in 19 qualifyings here this season. Boxstyle pole. Alongside him is Pink Eye. That is row 1. The Pink Eye, the debutant tonight, then wants to impress her. That is not what Boxstyle wants then. I think would he have rather had his championship rival there, or would he have rather had Pink Eye there? Because if his championship rival there, he potentially could have a run down into turn 1 there. But of course, potentially. But Pink Eye is an unknown here at the moment. He's a known unknown, isn't he? There for Boxstyle, and Pink Eye could potentially send it into turn 1. He's got nothing to lose, a lot to gain here tonight. So I think the Boxstyle is a yin yang, isn't it? There's some positives and negatives for this, but it is Boxstyle, Pink Eye, Troy, Immortal, the Blaze, Mr. H, KD, Percy needs a good lap, doesn't it? Pressure is really starting to be on Percy now, because the championship is getting more and more unrealistic now. It's going to be a tough it's going to be a tough at the now anyway, but he needs issues for the front too. German there is now going for a time run. Here is the former champion in season 6 there. That's if you don't include Tommy. If you don't include the Tommy Alvo and Baku. We've also got a happy birthday to Serious Much now from Equals hashtag Aston Martin. This grid man Chaz is saying, need to think before I type. Then don't worry about that. I need to think before I speak, to be honest. But I've never done. I'm never doing that. I've never done that over the years. I think German's invalidated, as he has again. German again probably getting a bit frustrated in the cockpit there. Blaze on the lap as well, but we're going to stick with Blaze, I think, for the minute in the Williams car. He's down into 5th position. He was the early pace setter on the front row. That's not anymore. 15.4. Goodness me, it's absolutely redonkulous, isn't it? Here is the Williams car now, 4800 to the second up in the first split time then for Blaze. Then what I do want next season on the game then is the qualifying times at the bottom there, so we know what the gap is between Boxtown and Blaze, for example, in sector 1, in sector 2, and in sector 3. That's what I'd like to see. Look at that back end and trying to overtake the front here. We're on board with Blaze at the moment now, as navigating through the S's. And oh, I love that. That was a joy to ride on board with Blaze and the Williams. Sector 2 is up now, 2/10 of a second, has a quarter of a second now. Improvement for Blaze. Yellow flag then is one of the Alpines. I think it's one of the Williams. Sorry, just get out of the way. I think it's a Mortal. It has to be a Mortal because we're on board with the other Williams here now. Out of the stadium sector as well, into the Parotard, the Nigel Mansell curve that accelerates away then. Let's see what Blaze can do. It's second fastest there. And now it's Blaze on the front row with Boxtel. And once again, it's just moving the goalpost, isn't there, for Boxtel. Percy's invalidated his time and come into the pit, so he's abandoned his time then. Gurman is going for another bite of cherry with just 4 minutes to go in this qualifying session now. And let's see what Gurman can do then. It's going to be touch and go if he can get another lap in then. As he's off the circuit there. You consider that the car is unstable, and we can't see through image there of Gurman's rear posterior there. Oh, lovely. But he comes back onto the circuit now, but Gurman is now going to have to throw it all against the wall like pasta now to see if it sticks out for the Ferrari. He is down in 10th position there. Blaze is currently 3 seconds up, but I think that he has shaved off a lot of that time then, because he has been finding some shortcuts there. Who is going to be first and to start his lap? It's going to be Immortal. Percy about to make my day, sir. It's much saying that. Percy in the pits at the moment then. 3 minutes to go in this qualifying session. We're back on board with Immortal now then, who is not using any battery deployment now. So I don't think this is going to be his quick lap, you know. So we'll stick up. We'll leave Immortal to it for the minute then. Let's take a look at KD coming down the back straight then as well into turn 1 and 2 and 3. Look at that then, a hop, skip and a jump over the curbside again, running a bit wide then for KD, absolutely inch perfect, I love it. Using the bit, is he kind of trying, well, I think the box out of weaving there, I think KD would like to have had a bit of Boxtel's slipstream now, is Boxtel going out of the way? He does indeed, then Boxtel does, of course, it may look easy on here then, but when you're trying to focus for a championship, when you're trying to focus to get pole position for the Mexican Grand Prix, you're not going to be too concerned about what's coming up behind you. But Boxtel very aware, isn't he? Very good stuff indeed there for Boxtel, who I think has got very similar stats to the double champion Emerson, where I think he's almost just over the 1/3 win rate then in terms of his career in ALR. I'm sure he's got like 33 starts with like 11 or 12 wins or something like that. It's ridiculously incredible. I'll take a look at that stat later on then. Out the final turn, because we need to focus on KD. Out the final turn, and here he comes, and there he goes. He's 6th on the grid then, and he is on row 3. Boxtel is about to revel up and let it go. 1 minute in this qualifying session. Has he gone too early? Immortal is next then, and we're just going to stick with Immortal. Where's Mr. Rage? He's gone purple in the first sector there, and the purple in the first sector. Just coming into the mini stadium sector as well then. Ferrari Gurman's just in front of us, but Gurman has not set a time yet, has he? So he's very much all or nothing now for Gurman. Mr. Rage, he's got a 5-place grid penalty for the shenanigans he had in Q1 to himself and Indigo, I think it's Indigo's first official race in the Alpine car, so that's not a good start at all for Indigo. However, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. 4/10 of a second up is Mr. Rage then. That is in the ballpark of KD, that's in the ballpark of row 3 on the grid then, as he flies past me, or well, almost flies past me then. Immortal getting ready for a fast one is what Serious Mushroom is saying. Out of the final turn then for Mr. Rage. Yellow flag in the second sector. Mr. Rage goes into 6th fastest there. Into the 15th. I swallowed my tongue. Magnificent stuff indeed. Immortal out of the final turn. Is he going to displace the championship leader? This is going to be he's more than displaced him. He's found 3/10 of a second. He is on row 1 then. Like Serious Mushroom predicted then. It is all or nothing now. We're just less than a couple of seconds to go in this qualifying session there. Percy started his lap. Troy is starting his lap as well. 25 seconds to go then. What about Boxtel starting his lap as well? KD is retired from the session then. Boxtel's on pole position once again then. He has lowered the bar of all the champion. The man who's trying to lead the championship is just absolutely pulled another one out of his hat then. Oh, magnificent stuff. Absolutely incredible. Gurman's invalidated again, and that's it for Gurman there. He hasn't been able to set a clean run, unfortunately, and he is going to be very angry with himself, I'm sure of it. Blaze has gone quicker in the first sector there, just on board with a Mortar. I think he was now coming into the pits after that incredible lap there. And wow, these lap times, they're absolutely redonkulous, aren't they? You can tell it's very much then Gurman's off at the final turn at the Paratada. Second intermediate time coming up for Blaze. Blaze is 3,700 second up. Is that could be good enough to get himself on the front row of the grid in the Williams cars. Remember, both Williams drivers are reserving tonight, and I'm not concerned about the championship. Mr. Rage is retired. Percy's retired. Oh my goodness me, Percy's only 8th in this race now. Here comes Blaze out of the final turn, and where's Blaze going to put himself? It's on the second row. It's on the front row of the grid. Troy's invalidated. Wesley's come across the line as well. Troy's invalidated. The championship leader is only going to be 5th on the grid. Goodness gracious me. What about Pink Eye? Bogstow's already come through then. And it's got to be between Bogstow and the debutant Pink. No, it isn't there, because I think he's made a mistake. So it's Bogstow on pole position, and for the 8th time this season. Oh my goodness gracious me, what an incredible end that has been then to qualifying. And Bogstow once again on pole position, and this is exactly what he needs then. He is starting to really turn up the heat now for him and the McLaren team. That's McLaren's 6th pole position of the season, Bogstow's 8th pole position of the season. Oh my goodness gracious me, and that's actually Bogstow's 10th pole position of his career as well in 33 qualifying sessions. Bogstow's been on pole position in 10 of them. Magnificent stuff indeed. And of course he's got 9 wins in 32 starts as well, so Bogstow's got some very impressive numbers there, hasn't he? And let's take a look at the final classification then from qualifying. Every time I have pace, the game does something to screw me over then, so something's gone majorly wrong there for Percy. Percy's just teasing me now then. The S's look to catch the drivers out. Equal said, what I get for doing no practice so far off the pace, Gurman is saying it. And Bogstow is on pole position by a tenth and a bit from Blaze in second, and the Mortar in third position, and Pink Eye in fourth. Blaze and Mortar and Pink Eye are all reserving here tonight. That is 3 drivers at Troy, that separates Troy and Bogstow in the champions in this race, and Bogstow is aiming to overtake Troy in the championship at the end of tonight as well. Mr. Rage in 6th position on row 3 then. Goodness me, what an incredible qualifying that was. And now we get on to the race itself then. And this is important. This is now in the I've lost the stream. That's why I went quiet. I was trying to get the stream back up. 2 crispy pastries inhalers together then. Technically Gurman is fastest because he was going too quick compared to everyone else then. Well, Pink Eyes give Troy the stink eye. Goodness gracious me, keep it PG, ladies and gentlemen. Actually I don't read it. I gotta be honest, what I think of Pink Eye is not actually what it is, so potentially is it when you get Pink Eye, is that when you flatulate on someone's pillow potentially? I'm not too sure. That's what I think of Pink Eye is anyway. That's why I've been giggling every time I say his name. It might not be that at all. He may just have pink eyes. I don't know. Right, 36 laps around the Mexican City circuit, and let's go through the grid, shall we? Got hard and medium tires out there, but only mediums for Percy, Gurman, Mr. Rage, and Green. And 3 of those 4 drivers, no disrespect to Green, but 3 of those 4 drivers I think are potentially out of position. Or am I wrong? Which I probably am, to be honest. Mr. Rage is definitely out of position because, of course, he did have a 5th-place grid penalty. Very dull out there at the moment, isn't it? If you just join us, I'm very happy that you're giving up your Sunday, especially on a bank holiday as well. I'm very happy that you've given up your Sunday to listen to this ginger fool talk all kinds of nonsense in the commentary booth as well. I hope you have all had a lovely Sunday. I hope you had a good roast as well, and I hope you all enjoyed the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It was I don't want to give you any spoilers, but it was that exciting. I almost forgot it was on today. Boxstyle on pole position then for the 8th time this season, for the 10th time in his career, and wants to go for the lead in the championship. 2nd position is Blaze with Immortal and Pink Eye 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, all on hard tires, all reserve drivers. They're going to be concerned about their own progress in this race. They're not going to be worried about the championship for Troy and Boxstyle. Troy in 5th position there. Vesey in 6th. He's going to be Troy's rear gunner, I'm sure of it. 7th position is KD. 8th is Percy then. A bit off the pace, Percy has said. He's made mistakes, hasn't he? 9th position is German then, who also made mistakes. Nigel's in the wall. That's not a good start, is it? In 10th position there. 11th is Mr. Rage then. 12th is Green. Chazza 13th. Siege in 14th. Alhan 15th. Sweet 16th there. 17th is Knowlesy. 18th is Coop as in soup. And Indigo in 19th position. And I've just dribbled everywhere, excuse me. Right, 36 laps, 19 cars going for the Grand Prix win here in Mexico. Remember that the championship fight is well and truly on here. I am absolutely on the edge of my seat. And here we go then. It's lights out and it's go, go, go. Percy's already passed, the motor's already passed, the Blaze as well. There's already a lot of chat, there's already a lot. I can't see what's going on. And Boxstyle, it's defending. We got 3 abreast and going down into turn 1. And Water going on the outside. Pink Eye up the inside, and he's having a sniff there. Troy is up in the 4th position as well. Troy is up in the 4th position. He's going to try and get with the 3rd and get past the reserve driver, Pink Eye. Blaze is down 3 positions there. The Williams on a terrible start there. Noise Bad is one of the drivers in the midfield because there's yellow flags there in the background. Red Bull of Green is all the way down into oh my goodness me! And Percy's completely misjudged that overtake there, hasn't he? And I think that I think he was a bit keen there, wasn't he? And Blaze is trying to force him off the circuit there as Percy had to yield there ever so slightly as Percy just went slamming into the side there of Blaze. I don't think there's any damage there. Maybe there might be slide pod damage there, but oh, but goodness gracious me, that was quite violent there into turn 4. You have to be at least alongside there, don't you? But Mr. Raytown having a sniff there, but Nigel there not yielding position as we go into the stadium sector as well. And Chazza then in lane position there as look at this head, he's getting very interested in the middle part. Cooper's dropped all the way down to 19th position as well, but Sam Green's had the appalling start. But Katie's had the worst start, lap 1 completed, and Boxstow's now already dancing away then. He loves Mexico, doesn't he? This is a golden opportunity there. Boxstow knows that this is an opportunity to take the lead in the World Championship, which I think will be the first time he has led the World Championship this season. And up into 8th position now goes Nigel. Of course, that lime green helmet then is a signature, isn't it? It's a signature of Nigel, then the first ever champion of ALR, and also the silver championship leader as well. Sweet is off the circuit. Coop as in Soup is in the pits, and Sweet is spun off on the hard tires, and medium tires is going on for Coop as he's back out onto the circuit now. Cheers, Mushroom, oh dear. Equals and Coop as in Soup for podium. It equals his prediction that Pink Eye is an ulcer on your eyelid. Oh gosh, isn't it? Oh, there you go. That's what I didn't know. Boxstyle enjoying this track. He really is indeed equals the saying as well. Percy, who is now all over the back of Blaze, and of course says, I think that both drivers are okay. I'm wondering if I think Percy may have misjudged that, didn't he? Blaze has got a 3-second penalty already. We have also got German, who's had issues in the S's there, as they all through qualifying and now in the race as well. And he has dropped all the way down into 16th position. Make that 17th out. His teammate has dropped down into has overtaken him as well. Back at this battle here, and it's very close moment. DRSs will be available now at the end of on this lap, I should say. And here we go then. Boxstyle is absolutely pulling away at the moment. They're going for a DRS, has not been enabled then. He is almost out of the DRS detection zone then from Immortal. He actually officially now is out of the detection zone then. Pit stops then for Coop then down in at 90th position now. Bit of a difficult day so far for the Haas team. However, Mr. H is now back up into 9th position. German's back past his teammate of Knowlesy. Here comes Percy now then. DRS will be enabled at the end of this lap. Then off will be enabled on that lap, to be honest. Green there is that in 14th position there. on board now with Percy. Nigel is 2 seconds back at the moment. Might be Percy's rear gunner at the moment, because look, that Vesley is look at that, they're almost 3 seconds back from Percy, so Percy could now just challenge from frontwards onwards. Troy at the moment now is, as it stands at the moment, will be losing the championship lead. Then that is going to be the headlines, I think, at the end of this race. Then, but that is as it stands at the moment. There in the background now is Nigel Vesley and Mr. Rage. Those Gagler cars having an almighty scrap, aren't they, at the background there? And look at this, they're all over the back now of each other. Boxed out 1.5 seconds now in front of him. Also, he doesn't even have to worry about DRS now, does he? Here comes Percy. I think that Percy will have DRS, but so will Blaze. And the reason why that is because Blaze, Troy, Pink, and Pink Eye is all in the range of Immortal going down into turn 1. But as it stands, this might become a DRS train. And both Alpha males have moved up 3 positions. Good stuff indeed. Siege and Alhan, 11th and 12th position in this race at the moment. No other pit stops have happened just yet. Taking another look at Mr. Rage. Fortunately, is that straight, believe it or not, was not long enough, was it, for Mr. Rage? And he is still behind Vesley. Chazza up into 10th position. Good stuff indeed there for Chazza. So the medium runners then is Percy, Mr. Rage, and Alhan has got past Siege and up into 11th position. The medium runners said, let's just keep an eye on these drivers. Said German now unfortunately is spun. Green down in 14th position. So the medium runner, those two medium runners have not really helped their progress, has it, unfortunately. The progress of Percy and Mr. Rage has helped them, though, because they have moved themselves up a few positions, haven't they, on board with Mr. Rage. You have to be careful for here, don't you, because the low downforce really does spin the cars around. But to be honest, because you're at such a high altitude, you should be able to put a bolt on a barn door and wing here, but I'm not sure if that works really on this game or not. Be interested to know if that does work, actually, doesn't it, really? I probably should have done my research before they started this race. However, fail to prepare to fail, isn't it? There is one of the old sayings going on. Gurman's got a 3-second penalty, and I'm thinking he might be getting frustrated in that Ferrari there. Gurman is. Gurman's a race winner, isn't it? He does get, I think that when the championship is no longer in his sights, and I think he may have struggled to get a bit focus, get a bit up for this one, mainly because, of course, as we heard, he didn't practice for this one, unfortunately. But that might be because as KD and Green have swapped positions there. Of course, both Red Bulls are on different strategies. I'm just watching Percy having a sniff then, but Blaze at the moment there is keeping them at bay at this moment in time. And KD has dropped down 2 positions there, hasn't he? It's goodness gracious me, guys. Gurman has got past Indigo. He's having a look on the inside of KD, but he's too far back at the moment. And here comes the penalties, as Serious Russian said. Serious Russian has also agreed with Equals, saying the boxed out is flying out there. There he is. There is the race leader. And as it stands in the live championship, action is that Boxtel is leading the world championship. Then it's only 5 points separate Troy and Boxtel coming into this Grand Prix. That is what our main focus is on now then. But Immortal had been as Gurman there is off the circuit then, and he is just about, it's quite a lot of runoff area here, isn't there? So if you've got the safety cars may not be there. If you do go off in a big way, there will be a safety car, but you have to go off in a big way. Some spins here and now will not cause a safety car, I don't think, unless there's debris in the circuit, and hopefully it'll be a VSC. Lovely shot from the nose cone here of Percy. Still in the championship, but I gotta say that he needs a lot of issues then for the front two, and Nigel and Vesley are fighting there, and they're almost over-rotating the car. Vesley was there. Nigel, has Nigel got the grunt there to get past? He may have, but look at this, a lovely shot here. Nigel's losing out position here. Now Mr. Rage almost onto the grass there. But Nigel's lost 2 positions there, and I think Mr. Rage just got a little bop on the old rear then. Track limits is too strict here, Serious Master is saying that, and that is going to be a crucial part of all the races, isn't it now? Coming up in the next couple of days' time. Watching Mr. Rage at the moment there on the medium compound tyres. Now with Nigel struggling for pace, and back with this battle here because Blaze and Percy slammed. Well, Percy slammed into the side of Blaze, didn't it? Incredible how those 2 cars kept going there. It's just the modern marvel of Grand Prix racing, isn't there? Incredible stuff indeed. Boxed out 1.2 seconds the gap from Immortal Pink Eye on his debut tonight, doing a great job in 3rd position. Now, goodness me, that's one to watch out for in the future, I am sure of it. Percy on board with now, then he is just too far back at the moment, isn't he? But I don't think Pink Eye is. There he goes up into 2nd position, and look, Yellow flag in free. German's having an issue again there. And we've also, Mr. Rage has also got past as well. Chazza is, Nigel's dropping down like a stone here. Green is up until left this way. I've had a flurry of overtakes. And KD is fighting with Siege into turn one. Good heavens, lads. Give me chance. I'm running out of air in me lungs. And out of the race goes German, unfortunately. And, it's such a shame. And Percy having a sniff down into the stadium sector. There's contact again between the two drivers, and now Percy is through and passes Blaze up into a sixth position there. And I think the Blaze would not be too fond of that, would he? Goodness gracious me! But Percy, this is very much squeaky bum time now in his championship quest. Up next is Troy as well, and I think that Percy knows that Troy is going to probably just jump out the way. No disrespect to Troy. Troy is fighting for the championship, isn't it? He is not going to want to get too involved with Percy. Yes, Percy's in the championship as well, but Percy, as I was just mentioning, needs a bit of needs probably oh my goodness me, needs as Pink Eye's got the fast upgrades. I think that Percy does need possibly a bit of a lot of luck if he wants to be involved in this championship. Pink Eye is flying, and Boxstar is going to be very concerned about the Alpine driver. He is absolutely incredible at the moment. Indy goes off at the Mansell turn. Yellow flag is it's the Ferrari just getting off the circuit there, and look at how bunched up these guys have got now. Percy is all over the back of Troy, and Troy, the championship leader. It is going it is not going too well. It's Alhan is now down into 13th position, and here Green has got a 3-second penalty, 8 laps, and I haven't even had a chance to have a sip of the Vindaloo yet. Goodness me. Alhan is in 12th position there. KD is down into 13th. No, he's back up into 12th position now. Oh my goodness gracious me. Wow, that's absolutely incredible stuff indeed, isn't it, in this one? I am absolutely I'm flabbergasted in this one. It's been a fantastic start. Boxtel leads with Pink Eye second, third is Immortal. Then we've got Troy and Percy. We keep an eye on the penalties at the moment. That is going to be crucial. Percy has found a new sparring partner. Cheers for saying what a debut so far for Pink Eye, and he is very much is, isn't he? Goodness gracious me, talking to Pink Eye, he's got his eye on the Boxtel now. And here he comes. He has DRS, doesn't he? I'm wondering if these two may drop the rest of the field now. There they are in the background now. This is not what was in the cards for Boxtel, is it? He's going to be a bit concerned about this debutant here, isn't he? Boxtel wanted to get the full shebang of points, but at this moment, he is not just waltzing away from this Grand Prix. He wasn't anyway, because I think Immortal is very much keeping up of it, but now Pink Eye is really putting his toe down here. And Percy in the background, all over the back. Once again, Percy's been the star of the show so far, hasn't he? There, goodness gracious me! Look at the gap though between 6th and 7th position. 5.5 seconds now is the gap between 6th and 7th. As the top 6 are absolutely flying away at the moment. Goodness gracious me! And on board once again with Percy. Blaze got another penalty. Then those penalties are going to come undone for Blaze. Unfortunately, if he continues after only 9 laps and 2 penalties already, that is not good at all. Nigel's got a penalty as well. As Serious Russian said, the penalty is going to be a premium here tonight. That is what I think could win or lose the Grand Prix, win or lose the World Championship. This is how precarious this championship has come. My word, we've had 2 different championship leaders. I think, well, 3 technically, 3 or 4 different championship leaders this season. I think Pease was the early pace setter, wasn't he? And then I think it was Percy. Then it went to Troy, and Boxtel potentially could lead it after this one. And he's having a look though. Pink Eye said he's too far back at the moment to do anything about it, and German has left the session. Very disappointing drive for German then, as I think he'll be just waiting for the season to end. I'm sure of it now. This is going to get interesting now. Sergio saying equal said, wow, they've caught up to the leader. Fire! Knowles has got past Siege and moved up into 14th position in the Ferrari. Only one Ferrari left in this race now. German out of this race very early on in this one. Unfortunately, his setup was very unstable. Was the chances locked the outside wheel there. That's how much he's pushing and trying to get past the Vesey there. He's already got a penalty. Nigel, who currently hasn't got the pace, has he, to keep up with those two fights in 8th and 9th position there. On board once again with a person and DRS, and DRS is activated for these drivers, and everyone up till Boxtel has got DRS, haven't they? Boxtel, the leader, would not have DRS, and of course and we go look at how much they're constantly up. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars all very much within 2-3 seconds of each other, fighting for the Grand Prix lead here in Mexico. And this is usually one of the better races of the season as well, isn't it? And it certainly is transparent to be that at the moment. Troy is just about, look at that then, it's a bit of a dead heat at the moment, isn't it? And now Immortal is having a look at his pink eye there, just showing his nose there, as is Immortal, as is Troy as well. Then stalemate then at the front. Blaze is almost out of DRS range of Percy. If he gets out of DRS range of Percy, I think he's going to struggle to keep up with these drivers then. We'll find out though, and I haven't been wrong before. Nosey technically in the top 10 then, in the Ferrari. He technically is though, because I think Serious Mushroom's logic in that one is the fact that that 3 drivers have got to come into the pits and throw on the hard tires. But I think it's also the other logic is as well as the penalties as well. Knowles has got no penalties, whilst the drivers in front have got umpteen amount of penalties. Pink eyes off the circuit, and whilst I was waffling on, the man who was second in this race has made a major error. And that is the first, I think, of many here in this one. Oh, goodness gracious me. Now Troy's on the third position. Percy almost into the back. And now Blaze is through and up into... Oh, goodness me, but he's fighting. Percy's off. Going down contact. Blaze is in the wall. They've come to blows already, haven't they, in this race? And unfortunately... oh, dear. And that's a safety car as well. Unfortunately, they was a bit racing against each other. Oh, dear. And I think that it was very difficult to overtake into the stadium section. They're 2 into 1 hardly works out there. Luckily for Percy, he is going to keep position here. He does have a 3-second penalty there, but he's technically had a free pit stop around here. So is he? I'm wondering then if he's going to... Well, Katie's actually stayed out there. Chaos, but a lot of other drivers come to pits, and Katie has stayed out, and so has Nosey as well. But I think the Blaze is going to be very unhappy with that. The opportunity was there. Indigo's into the pitch, changing the nose cone, the Alpine now. Oh, goodness gracious me. Oh dear. And yes, Blaze went so thinking that Percy almost went to the back of Troy. He ducked out of it, then went wide, and then Blaze tried to duck under, tried to overtake. However, them two was very got very close to each other, didn't they? And goodness gracious me. And as now into the pits, there comes Coop as he's onto the hot tires. My goodness me, my tires felt like ice then. That's just poor, Serious Mushroom saying. Don't know how it can change so fast between quali and the race set. Had made a rear ring down, should had to retire before cause a safety car. I get that, German, and the car felt rubbish then. German, if just to make sure you got your footage as well, German. Hopefully you have got your footage, just in case. Just in case Farf wants to have an eye on it. Out of the pit stop comes boxed out. Immortal in second. Troy in third position. And Percy is technically at a free pit stop here. Percy's back into the pits and run. Is this because you can go into the medium tires now? Well, Percy back into the pits. Anyway, let's now then Katie into the pits as well. Sweet is stayed out in a full position now. Percy back into the pits. They didn't change the nose cone on the Aston Martin. Now he's on the soft tires as well. It's all gone wrong for Percy. I thought he would have had a free pit stop. And goodness gracious me. And that is an absolute heartbreak for Percy. I thought he may have got away with the incident there, but unfortunately has not. Aston Martin didn't change the nose cone. I've just seen the whole race. He was forcing me off then, and he's also Percy. So Percy not happy with Blaze as Siege also out on has also come back as well, but Percy all the way down in 15th position then. There's a serious rush. I've never saved mine because I don't hit anyone. Luckily, German fans, yes, he has saved it as well. Of course, Of course, the main reason why ALR doesn't really like the pit and quit stuff is because it does. It's a bit. It is a bit rubbish. That if you're having, I know if you're having a bad race, then yeah, I do understand. It's very hard. It's very hard, and you rather pit and quit rather than cause a safety car. But it does look a bit rubbish when you pit and quit. But if you got if you got even a slight bit of rear wing damage, it's almost impossible to drive the car. So yeah, I think with rear wing damage, then I think an exception usually is made. Then and all that. Personally, not very happy champion at all. I don't think Blaze is either, to be honest. I think both drivers are gonna be having a word with the race director. I think at the end of this one, as I think I've just seen as I think Farfis having a chat with Blaze as well. And so yes, not good at all. But Percy also getting a 3-second penalty for his troubles. I think that into the pits comes Nosey again. I wonder if Nosey's going to pit, go on to the mediums, and now come back in and go on to the hard tires. He is indeed doing that, and I think Percy's also doing the same as well. Percy is going to be near the back of the field. Boxed out, Moto and Troy have coming onto the medium tires. I don't think the medium tires are going to get to the end. Hard tires going back on for Percy, doing similar to what Nosey's doing, as is Siege as well, who's also into the pits. Coop, as in Soup, will be past both Ferrari and the Aston Martin. He is indeed, and he's up in the 14th position there. No nose cone there on Siege, and this is going to be an elongated safety car, whilst the marshals and the drivers there sort themselves out then before we get back racing once again there. But goodness gracious me, can't you drive it backwards? Well, technically, actually, in Formula E, I think they can. That's how they regenerate, don't they? Don't they like put the motor in reverse or something, and that's how they harvest their energy back and all that kind of stuff? I don't really know, to be honest. Don't get me wrong, I do enjoy watching Formula E as like, well, I think Formula 1's a hobby as well, isn't it? But I just don't want to put it on the background, same with IndyCar, really. But I don't really know the ins and outs of it, but I'm sure they could drive it backwards there. If someone could tell me if that's right or not, that'd be fantastic. But I'm sure I heard Vernon Kay say that. Of course, Vernon Kay, I think, is the presenter on the Channel 4 feed of Formula E. Coop holding his own, and Equals is saying, I'm also very happy that I've actually pronounced his name right as well now, so fantastic stuff indeed then. It takes me a couple of weeks, but I think Coop has been driving an ALR now for, this is 9th race start for Coop. Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? But yeah, it's only taken me 9 Grand Prix, but I've finally pronounced his name right, so South High Five for me. I'm going to go to bed very happy tonight indeed. That's one thing I do get worried about, actually, each and every start of the season. I always get concerned about about pronouncing people's name. Then Serious Russian Coop is a beast. Then he's in 50th position. Now Coop is on 9 points as well. This is 9th start, as I mentioned, in ALR. So let's take stock, shall we? So Pink Eye, before that hullabaloo happened, Pink Eye had a spin there, didn't he? He was really pushing Boxtel very much to the limit and beyond, and then he made a mistake at the S's, and that has dropped him down to 5th position there. Sweet is very much the wild card in this one there. He's very much deserves to be on the grid. That's not what I mean in terms of wild card. What I mean is he hasn't come into the pits yet. He's on the hard compound tires there, and we'll find out. And we'll find out what his strategy does there. But Troy is in front of Sweet, and that could be crucial. Troy is 10 points back at the moment, so at the moment it's a 5-point swing. Boxstar, if it finishes now, Boxstar will lead the championship by 5 points then, which I think is damage limitation for Troy, because Boxstar has been impervious. Is that impervious? Impervious, it sounds right. Impervious in this race so far. And Malta, I think Troy would like a Malta to get out of the way, really, but Malta's not in it. Has no intention of doing that. I'm sure he wants to win the race, doesn't he? Blaze left the session out of the race, and so Blaze is very disappointed indeed. Then, as it's helped. It was the Soup that helped the Serious Russian saying in terms of pronouncing Coop. Right? Yes, like Duncan Dave as well. Yes, indeed, Duncan Dave. I think I was calling him Dukanko or something like that, which I don't think is his name at all. But yes, Duncan Dave does sound a lot better, doesn't it? No disrespect to Duncan Dave, of course, races in bronze on Tuesday nights, of course. And if you want to see Duncan Dave in action, then you can on Tuesday night. But we're going to see this race go back into action any moment now. We're 3 laps away from the half distance, so we've still got a long way to go, and still an action-packed one. Boxstar has nailed that start, and we're back racing. But look at this. Troy knows that this is important, and Pink Eye is already alongside and passes Sweet. Then Troy is also through and passes a Mortal. Indigo is also through as well. That is a crucial part as they is Troy has now got his championship poke antagonist right in his view now. Oh my goodness gracious me. Now then, let's see what Troy can do then. He struggled in qualifying, but Troy is a machine in the race. Has he got the pace? Has he got the determination? He certainly has the determination, but has he got the pace there to catch Boxtel, to catch his rival in the championship? Can Boxtel reprieve Troy's attack in this one there? The rules have switched around, haven't they, from United States and Japan, and now it's Troy hunting down Boxtel. Let's see how this one transpires on board with Indigo. Nigel's off the circuit there, and we can't see him under that tin roof there, there he is, and Nigel, who's quick, but has struggled there to get himself, starting to get himself into a rhythm there. Percy up into 12th position there. That 3-second penalty might be under review as well. We'll see how the admins view that one. Look at this, though. It's Boxtel set to fast lap, but Troy then instantly eclipses that. Then remember, fast lap point for anyone in the grid, not just for in the top 10, but of course you have to finish this race then. Oh, the grid hands as well. No DRS just yet then, but for Mr. Rage has passed Sweet then and moves up into 5th position, and there's a gap of about 2 seconds between Vesley and Green. Look at that then. That's a Red Bull in front of us. KD having a sniff at Chazza, but no dice at the moment now. And look at this, and that safety car is just I think re-energizes Grand Prix ever so slightly here. Chazza all over the back now with Green then, as Green, who is on those 5-lap the hard tires that I think that safety car is perfect for Green, for anyone else start on the medium tires. We're on board now with Sweet there, who now Vesley has got past as well. So unfortunately Sweet there is going to be very much a mobile chicane at this stage. Back on board then with Percy. Look at that going wide. That is KD. That's just gone ever so slightly wide in this one. We got a conga line here of Green all the way down to Siege at the moment. Vesley's got a 3-second penalty on board with Percy now all over the back, and Indigo. I think that Indigo might have been letting Percy through there, but that was a bit of a misjudge there, and I think that Percy may have damaged surely has had some damage there on the front wing, and I think that was just a miscommunication there, unfortunately. Percy getting frisky again, so it's a mistake there. Out of the Nigel Mansell turn, that gap at the front is 5/10 a second, and no DRS just set up, but look at this, and Troy is all over the gearbox now. Well, not quite, but he's really pushing on there. The top 4 is very much within DRS limit, and look at that then, as Percy is blast past KD and up into 10th position now. KD down into 11th at the moment now, but I think some of these drivers know that Percy, so Indigo, and KD's had to take a face to face, so he's got a 3-second penalty, and I think that he was forced off the circuit there, but so we see if that one also transfers. Nigel out of the Grand Prix. Knowlesy having a look then into turn 4 in the Ferrari, but no dice at the moment, but DRS is now available in this one. Yellow flag that is Nigel, I say is out of the race as well. Blaze, Gurman and Nigel, the retirement so far on board. Troy, the championship leader, he is trying to keep up with a box at the moment. Look at the top 4 once again in a league of their own then. 4 seconds is the gap at the moment then. My goodness me, half distance in this Grand Prix. What a mega Grand Prix we've had so far. Percy now in the 10th position, and oh goodness me, and he's very quick, isn't he, Percy is there, and almost getting almost misjudging that then. Now look like the tip Percy looks like the tip Percy might have got away with that then, so that was the clip then, so Sweet there is unfortunately not got much pace on that back straight, as Chazza and Green have both been let by here. And Percy also through as well. Sweet there, who this is not his fight at the moment, is there? But he is losing a lot of pace, isn't he, in this one? Unfortunately, Sweet is. Now I feel that he may be regretting not coming to pits. He's the only driver not to pit then under that safety car. Indigo then. Oh my word! What a magnificent manoeuvre! I'm wondering if far for soon I'm thinking that might be overtaking the season. Magnificent stuff indeed. I don't think it started off as an overtake, but it certainly was in the end there, wasn't it? Magnificent. Oh, I thought it was going to be a major incident indeed. Look at this, that is now Troy is starting to drop off the back ever so slightly. Indigo's got a 3-second penalty. Chaz all over the back now of Green, and Green going slightly defensive as well then. So Chaz is going to go on the outside, not quite then. And now then, as we go into the stadium sector once again, gap at the front is very much still 5/10 of a second there. Pink Eye set the fast up the race, and he's flying out at the moment, but it is a Moltor who is the driver who is on the move, and there he is, and look at this, and Moltor is having a look, then he goes up from underneath the slipstream there, and I think that Troy there was very close to the back of boxed out, but we was looking backwards, and look, Chaz is through, Green, oh my goodness me, Green's been overtaken, look, it's coming 3 in 1 straight, Percy at the inside, passes 2 cars, my goodness gracious me, that man is on fire at the moment. There might be a bit of rage under the crash helmet of Percy, but wow, magnificent stuff. He still has DRS because of the detection zone. It's just before the Nigel Mansell turn 16 in this one, or 17 I should say. What a move, Serious Rusher was saying, and I think that was the manoeuvre for Indigo, but I think he may also say what a move for Percy. We've got 2 overtake of the year contenders as Indigo and KD just cannot leave each other alone at the moment. It's an incredible battle between those 2 drivers. Indigo now up into 10th position. A good drive from Indigo after having issues out in qualifying. Magnificent stuff indeed. There is Indigo now all over the back of the second Red Bull of Green. Remember, Green is not pitting again. The medium tyres, I think, would need to come in again, so this is going to get very interesting indeed then. They might have a short, sharp stint on the soft tyres at the end of this one. Gap at the front there once again is 5/10 of a second there. It's not as close as it was last time. So I think that Moltor will be too far back to challenge like he challenged last lap around. However, Vesley is not going to have that problem there, because here he comes then all over the back now of Mr. Rage. Mr. Rage has shown some pace in this race, even with that 5-place grid penalty at the start and a great recovery. And he is through and up into 5th position. Then Mr. Rage dropping down into 6th position. Then what about Indigo out here? You're asking. KD and Green, well, they haven't left each other yet, have they? Magnificent stuff. Absolute move there from Percy. Yeah, the Percy one too, Serious Rusher will say. Magnificent indeed there. Oh, magnificent. And Pink Eye's all over the back now of a Moltor, and here is Pink Eye. And Pink Eye spun here a minute ago. My goodness me, this man is this man's a beast. He's fantastic. My double in Bahrain was better, Serious Musher was saying that. And of course, Serious Musher, remember that of course the overtake of the year will be that is one of the awards of the season as well. So hopefully Smithy's got that one noted on his notepad then, straight through the middle. I must admit though, I can't remember that one. I'll have to go back and rewatch it. I don't think I caught it on stream, did I? I've been we've been working on the well, I'm not going to say too much then, but I have been watching the Bahrain races back recently, and I can't remember seeing that on stream then, so I'm going to have to go back and rewatch that, on board with Indigo, and he is flying at this stage of proceedings. Goodness me, he's almost inside that Red Bull. Now he's alongside, and he's now going to be through and up to not position. Indigo is flying at the moment on these medium tyres, isn't he? He is very much becoming a danger now for the drivers in front of Chazza. Maybe not Percy, but I think that Mr. Rage and Vesley may be looking over the back there. Sweet is had issues there. He was on the soft tyre. I didn't see Sweet coming to the pits there, and now he's on the mediums. I don't think the soft tyres are a very good race tyre, and they're only a very good qualifier, aren't they? We'll see it in the awards, Equals saying, and I never get awards, laugh out loud, Serious Rusher saying, I think, well, you probably might this season, Serious Rusher, especially if I overtake everything to go by. On board once again with Pink Eye and who's at lap 22 out of 36. Indy Chazza! Oh no, this Mercedes is off there, and the Mercedes had a nightmare couple of laps there, and Chazza down in 15th position. Oh, that is a shame there for Chazza, and this has helped the 2 Red Bulls and Indigo. I think they're just spread their wings ever so slightly, and say fly past. Look at Box House, he's getting defensive, and say fly underneath me now. Oh my goodness me! I love that camera shot. Look at this, and Immortals are getting defensive. as we have a second DRS zone at the exit of turn 3 then coming up in just a jiffy as we navigate through the double chicane then. And now there's you got to get a good run out of turn 3. There it is, and as pink eye, that was nice, that was very nice indeed there. However, Immortal has had a great run off that chicane there, hasn't he? These guys are incredible. They've had no penalties at all. We've got a couple of penalties. We've got about 6-7 penalties in this race so far, but none for the top 4 at the moment. Magnificent as they go into the mini stadium sector once again. Gap behind these guys is 7 seconds now as Chaz is in the pits there, thrown on the medium tyres there. Thrown on the medium tyres at Chaz and Coop in 14th position, Siege 13th, Knowlesy 12th, Alhan 11th, KD in 10th position, then 9th for Green, Indigo in 8th. Percy is now all over the back of Mr. Rage there, and then 2 seconds away from Mr. Rage is Vested, and a 7-second gap between these quadrupler of drivers. Then is there a award for most unimproved? Then Serious Russia say that I don't think there is serious pressure there, but we don't do, hopefully not anyway. If there was, then certainly I'll be on that list when I was driving in bronze. On board with Pink Eye, who has dropped off the back here. Now it is Immortal who's looking very interested in that second position there. Look at the sparks there. Troy's having a look again there before he ducks back into the slipstream there, and believe it or not, that straight is not long enough. It's one of the longest straights in Formula 1. Magnificent. But as now Percy has got past Mr. Race up into 6th position there, and I think the highest a person can get tonight is at 5th, I think, unfortunately. As Green and KD have swapped positions there. KD is now in 9th position there, with Green down into 10th there. KD is on the medium tyres, and we're just taking a look. I think the mediums go to the end? And I've been dismissing that for most of the part of this second race, and I reckon that hard tyres are going to be better at the end. Serious much was saying that I thought that the medium runners may have to go into the pits there, but that's not looking the case, is it? The medium runners are looking very strong indeed. That's not looking strong though for Indigo, who is spun off at the exit of turn 6, I believe that is, and that is a big blow indeed for Indigo, because he was flying at that stage, wasn't he? But now he's dropped all the way down in to 14th position there. Of course, the tyres are going to be screaming hot as well, of course, and after he has just spun. Now coming through to complete lap 24 of this race across the grid hatchings there once again, and look at this as they once again fight. Look at this as Boxhouse trying to break that slipstream, and look at this as he is weaving there trying to break the tail, which is allowed. Then it's not allowed if it's in the breaking point now, and Troy there once again having looked at, but once again he's too far back, isn't he there? He is just missing a 10th here and there for the championship leader. As it stands, Boxstar will take the lead in the World Championship. This is pressure time at the utmost now, isn't it, between the top 2. Percy still mathematically in the championship, and I think he still will be if he finishes 6th or 5th today, but it is getting more and more unlikely that Percy will be direct involvement, unfortunately. The top 4 are like a gold S plus then league. The mediums will struggle. Serious Mushroom was saying that the top 4 are flying them on there. The hard runners there, as we mentioned, then may come back into their own then, so Percy may be a major factor in this yet. Same with Mr. Rage, same with Green, same with Knowlesy, and same with Coop as in Soup as well. But yes, Troy is just missing that extra 10th, isn't it? He needs to find a 10th here and there. Indigo has got past that Coop and moved up into 13th position. I think Indigo would have got some good points here today, so that's a big blow for Indigo. Not such a shame. And Indigo, of course, has already got to 8 points to his he's got 1 point to his name so far this season, but he would like to, he could have almost doubled or tripled his account then. Right then, 5/10 a second is the gap then as we come over the grid hatches once again, down to 4, down to 3, down to 2, but then we've also got Pink Eye who's very close to the back of it. This is the goal for the lead now, and he's on the outside, and Troy takes the lead, and Immortal has somehow repelled Pink Eye, but Troy has taken the lead there, and he got that exactly right then, and goodness gracious, yes indeed, Serious Russia there, Serious Russia's asked for the penalties. There it is at the moment there. We got roles reversed, haven't we there? Remember in America, in the United States a week ago, Troy was in the race there, but unfortunately there he spun, didn't he? And that let Boxtel in then. Of course, it was a battle in Japan, an absolutely incredible battle in the rain there between Boxtel and Troy. Boxtel won that one as well. Troy is trying to stop the absolute Boxtel's momentum at the moment there. We thought it was going to be a major point in the championship last week. It was a major point in the championship last week, but Troy is absolutely steaming away on the medium tyres now. Yes, there are the penalties, Mushroom there. That is my gift from me to you. Oh, Mr. Rage has got a 3-second penalty as well. That's the second one of the race. To be honest, it ended as much as what I was expected, especially when Serious Russia mentioned that Troy has absolutely flew off, hasn't he? He was trying to get out of the DRS detection zone. Unfortunately, he hasn't done that, but another lap like that, and he will. Pink Eye, can he get a podium on his debut here tonight? He's going for it. He's having a look. Immortal has kept the door open. Pink Eye has sailed down the inside. Magnificent. He's up into third position now. Percy's passed Besley and moved up into fifth position now. And Alhan has come into the pits, and we'll take a look at the tyre strategy in a minute. Look at that DRS there. He's brought Boxstar right back into this now. On board now with Boxstar. There's his target in front of him. So the championship there has swapped around once again. It was a 5-point deficit now, and now it's going to be a 12-point deficit. Give or take a point then. A 12-point deficit in the World Championship between Troy and Boxstar. Goodness gracious me. This is ultimate pressure time now. This is very much where the drivers earn their keep, earn their XP and all that kind of stuff. Incredible this one has been. Pink Eye, a man then who of course is coming to this race unknown, hasn't he? But my goodness gracious me. Katie's got a 3-second penalty, but my goodness gracious me, he has really put the cat amongst the pigeons there. Into the pits comes Immortal, so some drivers have had enough of those medium tyres, and the top three haven't now. No, my word then, and Boxstar is trying to keep on there. 9-second penalties for KD, 6 for Mr. A, 6 for 6 for Indigo, 6 for Chazza as well. 3 seconds for Percy, for Vesley, for Sam Green, and 14 seconds for Sweet. Then that is the penalty situation at the moment there. 3-stop strategy there up there for Percy there, as he's in 4th position at the moment there. So where's Immortal going to come out there? Immortal's come out there, so he's had enough there. He's out in 9th position, and then Knowles is doing a good job on those hard tires in 10th position. Here comes Indigo. So my question is now then, is with Immortal coming into the pit set, has he done this just right? Troy is just another animal. He is fantastic, isn't he? There he is there. Is Immortal. 9 seconds the gap is between Percy and Pink Eye. Oh, my word, I shouldn't have wore a grey shirt tonight, goodness me. It's like a wet t-shirt competition, isn't it? Goodness gracious me. Right, Troy, look, Boxstar has really just improved some pace now, as the DRS is very much helping him, and I'm wondering that he's got a lot of deployment there, but they've got an equal amount of deployment in the front two, but let's get the telemetry up, shall we? Look, this 80s is, oh no they haven't there, because Troy has now got half the battery of what Boxstar is here, and this could be crucial part of this race. And Boxstar having a look there, just getting out from the slipstream. Now let's see what Immortal could do with those fresh tyres. Is he now throwing away the chance to get on the podium there? That pit stop. He's got 7 laps there. That's an awful amount of time to try and gain the time back. But just take a look. The gap is still 9.4 seconds there. Immortal's back up into 8th position. The gap is now 9.4 seconds there between Pink Eye and Percy. So Percy is not gaining as much as I would have thought on those hard tyres. And so at the moment, the medium tyres seem to be holding on decent enough, but they might pit, Serious Question saying, I was certain that they were going to pit earlier on in this race, to be honest, after the safety car. I really thought that they were coming in the pits, because I didn't think the medium tyres would get to the end. But my goodness gracious me, they always prove me wrong though in terms of the strategy, don't they? Because I always look like a fool on here. But no, most of the time it's just normally one stopper, but my goodness gracious me, it's been anything but. Then going back through to the front once again, Green has got a 3-second penalty at the moment. Driver of the day is coming up in just a jiffy then, so who do you think then deserves driver of the day? Well, I must say it could be anyone, but Farf has picked Troy for number 1 then. As you can tell, I'm trying to type in, do this at the same time, which is never. I am not, let's just say, I cannot do 2 things at once, because otherwise I'll be an impressive man. So Knowles has dropped down to 11th position now. We've got As I think that this is going to be a very good. This is going to be a very good race to the end of this one. I think. Then oops, I've just dropped my controller. Then that's not good. Then yes, the driver of the day has come up now. The Serious Russia wet mushroom, wet t-shirt. You tease then. Yes, and, I must say I am a bit of a tease then. Brilliant stuff indeed. Then back on board then with Boxtel. I think the Boxtel should probably have been in that driver of the day vote as well potentially, because he's doing a great job as well. And I think now that with the pressure that is going on with these drivers, then I think it's magnificent. Pink Card probably in there as well, just because of the fact that he has been absolutely magnificent as it. But Pink Card there is also now putting the squeeze on Boxtel, looking back down the order. Everyone else has got gaps now, haven't they? Troy leads the way, but look, then he is trying to break this. Look at the battery that Boxtel's got. Then he has got almost double of Troy once again there, but I think that he's going to have to deploy it now, because here comes the pink eye. He's having a look there, but no, he was just too far back. Boxtel closes the door. He has every right to do so as well, because he was a car's width in front. But look now, that is all getting very precarious and close up between Troy and Boxtel and Pink Eye, and he's having a look there. But once again, Troy there just about keeps that car in front of the McLaren at the moment. This is crucial in the World Championship. It was crucial last week. It was crucial 2 weeks ago. This is incredible how are they still driving in these absolute extreme conditions here tonight. In terms of the pressure, must be absolutely at its peak, at its premium in the cockpits. One of the best World Championships ever in ALR history. This one's turned out to be where the momentum is just keeps swinging backwards and forwards from Percy in the mid seat in the first part of the season to Boxtel and Troy in the mid part of the season, to Troy to Boxtel, to Troy to Boxtel, and now back to Troy then on lap 32 out of 36 here in Mexico. And Pink Eye, oh no, Pink Eye, who is off the circuit. He's been a marvel this in this race, hasn't he? Absolutely mega stuff. He's had an incident there, but and I'm wondering do you reckon that's going to out Boxtown now in this race? As we got a safety car. Goodness me, we got a safety car. So Pink Eye's issue has caused a safety car. He's on medium tires. I wonder if anyone would go on softs, to be honest. I thought they would go on softs, but a late safety car, 10-second penalty for Indigo there for. I don't know how that's happened there. Indigo's got a 10-second penalty here in this one. I had to go Troy because it's my birthday. Oh, that rhymes. Hashtag ALR as well. 3 votes so far. 100% for Troy. But I'm wondering if that would. I'm wondering that if we want to change that vote, what is these front two going to do now? Because with that safety car, with Burnt Mindlander coming out, how is that's going to help whoever is going to be still out? I don't know who's going to do what then. So drivers that are in the pits, then Pink Eye's in the pits. He went on to medium tires. I don't think he realised that the safety car is out. Soft tires then for the Red Bulls, soft tires for Siege Coupe, Indigo, Chaza, Alhan, and I assume for Sweet then, but Sweet needs to get out in front of Troy. This safety car's not going to be out too long. What is Troy and Boxtel going to do then? This is championship implications here, and whatever these two do, Troy's in the pits, Boxtel's in the pits as well. Then I'm wondering then, is Percy going to stay out there? I think the Percy might come in the pits as well. You know, is he? No, he's staying out. Percy is staying out here. Vensley is coming in the pits. Percy has stayed out. And Troy, and who is that coming out of the pits? I think that was Sweet. Sweet there. Unfortunately, that is a big blow for Sweet, though, because he ain't going to be able to unlap himself now. Oh, is he? Oh, no, I think the Percy's went off the circuit there. Very nice indeed. Look! Oh my goodness, they have to race to the safety car line. Troy's down into third position. He's on the soft tires, but this is just an added intrigue in this race. Nosey has stayed out on the hard compound tires here in the Ferrari. He may get mugged a couple of times here, but this potentially may also, because with the pack not going to back, is the pack going to back up? Is the question which I have. I think the safety car is going to be in the next lap anyway. I I think it's going to be in the end of lap 33, beginning of lap 34. Pit, Serious Mushroom is saying that we're giving Serious Mushroom an absolutely fantastic present here tonight. Now, it was, I think that the box seat said Percy with that 3-second penalty, I don't think he's going to be able to win with that, you know, but this has really added this has very much added the intrigue. I'm wondering if Box and Troy would have put it if they knew that Immortal and Percy wouldn't have done, so that would have been interesting there. Knowlesy is in 5th position there, and potentially could be a rear gunner then for the top 4. He ain't going to do it on purpose, I don't think, but he just hasn't got the tyres. He's going to have 20 lap old tyres, so they ain't going to have that grip then. Safety car, I think, maybe staying out then for an extra lap then, so Troy doesn't need to battle Percy, is what Serious Mushroom is saying. No, he doesn't. Nor does Immortal, and nor does Boxtal either. So the safety car is staying out for one more lap. So we're going to have one more lap beyond the safety car. Then it's going to be a free lap dash, then a 3-lap sprint to the finish here. Siege got a 3-second penalty. He's going to be kicking himself with that one. That could cost him a point here tonight. Then we got a lot of penalties in this race. Lap 34 of this race, and we're on board with the championship leader, which is Troy. But Percy, who's had a very interesting race so far. I'm wondering if he's regretting not coming into the pitch, you know, potentially. But we'll soon find out then. So, at the moment, then the Crocodiles backed all the way back up to 9th position. You see in the background, which is KD. So, KD and Sam Green are going to back up. It's now going to also be in the back of this as well. A bit amazing race for all from Gold. It's what Serious Much saying, of course, it's been fantastic. No DRS either. That is a crucial part of this race. 24% for Indigo for driver of the day as well. Keep your votes coming in, ladies and gents. A very important message as well there from Serious Mushroom. No DRS now for the remainder of this race. And it is going to be all about then. It's going to be old school F1 now. Very much similar to what we had in the Japanese Grand Prix a couple of weeks ago between Troy and Boxster. My goodness me. What an incredible race. And I think that Troy and Boxstyle are going to be absolutely a bag of nerves at the end of this one. What an incredible ending to this Mexican Grand Prix. So the Crocodiles backed up all the way back to Siege at the moment, but Coop as in Soup will catch up, as will Indigo and Chaza as well, and Alhan. I don't think Sweet will catch up, unfortunately. Sweet was quite well off the bat then after his strategy didn't come to roost, unfortunately, but it was a good try nonetheless for Sweet, but he was very lucky not to be a lap down anyway. So Percy is going to be leading us across the line, and he's going to go as late as possible, I'm sure of it, because he knows that there's soft runners behind him. He also knows that Immortal is on very new medium tyres, for Pink Eye and Immortal. Hard tyres for Nosey and for Percy. 2 laps then to decide the fate of the Mexican Grand Prix. 2 laps to change the course of the ALR World Championship. And here we go now. And let's get going. And already Troy's on alongside Immortal, isn't he? And that is important as they fly underneath me. So look at this. We've got lots of shit as they fly underneath me. There's Troy. There comes Boxdown. Here comes Boxdown. But Troy's going to come for the lead here. He's going to have a look then into turn 1. I think it's going to be crucial. And look, Troy there is trying, but Percy, running it very wide, running it very closer. And now we got those 3 championship protagonists almost side by side here. Yellow flag in the background. Percy's off the circuit there in the background. There is Troy, who is leading the way. Boxall second, then third position. Percy's nightmare race continues, doesn't it? There, unfortunately, I didn't know what happened there, and this is a nightmare for Percy. And someone else is off the circuit as well. It was at Percy still, I think it is. Troy's got a 5/10 per second gap then over himself in Boxall. Immortal in third position. Vesey is gone the course for getting his second podium of the season there for himself and the AlphaTauri team there. Nosey is having to admit defeat there, but look at this side because goodness me, Sam Green's all over the background now. Here comes Indigo as well, and Indigo then having a look then, goodness me, and getting very close into the stadium sector. Knowles is not, and the green's got another penalty. That's gonna go up the inside. That's gonna be bumping over the curbs there. It is, but Knowles is not yielding, is he? This is an opportunity for him to get him and Ferrari some points there. However, I think though that he hasn't got the tyres on the final lap of the Mexican Grand Prix. I think Knowles could still get a point here. Immortal's got a 3-second penalty. That's all but ended his chance, I think, of getting up. Or has it? Because I think that Vesley, who needs to get past, and Nosey is fighting for everything to himself and Indigo, but Indigo at the inside, and he's through. Then can Siege get past as well. Percy then, hats off to him for still going, but it is a challenging day for Percy. It really has been as well. Box out all over the back of Troy, and here you are then. And remember that this is a crucial part of this race and a crucial part of the championship as well. Troy is trying to stop the momentum. Wesley is dropped off the back. I wonder if he's got damage there from a motor. I wonder if he's got damage. I'm not sure if it's from a motor or not. And also got a 3-second penalty as well. That's unusual there for the Ferrari driver, but he's defending as hard as he can for those points there. Indigo's all over the back of green as well. Here comes Troy now. One incredible end to the Mexican Grand Prix. Here is Troy. And look, the confetti is being shooted up in the air, and Troy then coming out of the final turn, and he wins the Mexican Grand Prix. What an incredible win for Troy, and that is a statement. Then he is not going anywhere. This is his 5th race win of the season here. No, it's not. It's his 6th race win of the season. And Vess has gone to the back of his teammate there, but Troy has won the Mexican Grand Prix. But Boxtel, let's see. What an incredible race that was between Boxtel and Troy, and I think that Boxtel will be a bit disappointed then coming to this not winning this one. However, Troy just caught onto the back of it as well, so the gap is extending the World Championship, which I thought it would be anything but at the end of this one. My goodness me, Percy just about carrying on there, but I think the Percy's Championship hopes and realistically have all but ended here tonight. Unfortunately, that's such a shame. Mathematically, it's still in it, but realistically, I think that the last couple of races have just it's just not been going his way, unfortunately. Pink Eye gets on the podium there, unbeknownst to me, whilst I was waffling on. Pink Eye's gone into third position on his debut here tonight. Immortal and Wesley's penalties dropped into 4th and 5th. Coop, as in soup, is best result of his career in 6th position now. What a drive there for Coop, then. Maybe he's my driver today. Alhan and Knowlesy 7th and 8th. Siege and Green 9th and 10th there. Mr. Rage outside the points in 11th position. There's the confetti, as well as Percy's doing his best Michael Schumacher impression and comes across the line in the pit lane. What a race there, said Serious Mushroom. Wow, that was an absolute doozy then, with just 4 rounds to go in the World Championship now. As we head off next week then, I think we're going back to Europe, aren't we, for a pit stop for round 21? Is that correct? No, we ain't. We're going to Brazil for a shocking behaviour. We have got our final sprint race of the season next week in Brazil. So that is going to be another banana skin then for the championship opposition, and for the constructors and drivers as well. This is going to be it's going to be hotly contested until the end of the season. I cannot wait. This is going to be a magnificent end to the season then. Coop, a legend in the making then. Yes, Coop, his best result of his season thus far. Absolutely magical stuff indeed. Let's take a final look at the classification, shall we, from the Mexican Grand Prix. Round 20 of the ALR Formula 1 World Championship. Troy, his 6th Grand Prix win of the season here in Mexico. A crucial one as well, potentially. Boxtel in second today, then, where he led most of the race, did he? But the most important lap was lap 36. Unfortunately for Boxtel, he was not leading that lap. Pink Eye on his debut there. What a magnificent drive from Pink Eye. Really putting the pressure on. Immortal in 4th with Vesey 5th. Coop, brilliant drive in 6th position. Driver of the day for me. Alhan 7th, Knowlesy 8th. 9th Siege, 10th position is Green. Outside the points is Rage and 11th. Chaz on 12th. KD 13th. Indigo 14th. 15th Sweet. And 16th is Percy. Retirements, Nigel, Blaze and German all retired them from the Mexican Grand Prix. And Troy, what an incredible drive today then. And I would say that this is an important race win, not just for extending the lead in the championship, but for stopping the momentum that Boxtel was on there. How difficult was that in the car? Because I've got to say, it was difficult for me here.
Oh man, I was so tired going.
Goodness me. Troy, is your mic alright? We can't hear him, my man. Oh no! Well, that's disappointing. He is he's that overjoyed that either I've lost I've lost connection.
Um,
Oh, are you
I
back,
mean,
Troy? Hello, Troy. We missed a lot of that. Then all I heard is that you were tired. Talk us about your race.
yeah, so basically I came into this one very tired, and after quali I didn't really expect to be fighting for the win, starting from 5th or 6th, I don't really remember. But yeah, I made my way up through the field, and then obviously keeping focus, try not to get any pants, man. And I'm so delighted with this one because this one was, man, it's so weird, man, because the races I'm expected to win, or like where I feel I got the pace, something weird always happens. I end up 2nd or 3rd or whatever. And then these ones where I come in with like probably the least confidence, although I faked the confidence going into these ones, I somehow managed to grab the win, man. So
Talk us about that race, because I was saying throughout the broadcast that it must have been really tense in the cockpit. How was you feeling and going for every overtake, going for every defensive move then down that long back straight? Then was you always thinking about the championship? Because one wrong move and it could have all swung into Boxtel's hands there.
Man, I was thinking about. I wasn't really even thinking, to be honest, man. I was just, yeah, staying behind Boxel for most of the race. After like a couple of spins in front of us and yeah, some overtakes. And yeah, it's definitely easier to stay behind someone since you've got first of all the DRS, and then you just got that like almost survival instinct of like staying within the DRS and everything. But I think that move that I made on him a bit earlier on was very crucial, because I knew that if there would be some sort of like late safety car or whatever, track position would be.
And it certainly was, and that late safety car was an added, was very much an added joker in the pack kind of thing. What was you thinking about that then? Because I was over in arm whether to come into the pits or not. I got to say, I didn't know what to do. But in the end, then that decision was crucial. But how difficult was it to make the right call there?
It was a bit of a no-brainer, to be honest, because I mean, fresh soft tires with a couple of laps to go against used mediums or hards would definitely be possible. I was a bit worried about the guy staying out in front, because it always tends to be like a bit chaotic when it's like mixed tires and stuff. But I managed to make my way through the field without any harm, so very happy about that as well. And yeah, most importantly, I managed to.
And then going on to Brazil, then you got a sprint race next week then to contend with. How are you feeling about that then? I bet that's a bit of a concern for you, isn't it? Because that's another added obstacle.
Yes, man. It's a one-shot quali, I believe, and quali is not really my thing. Although I've been grabbing a pole here or there, it's not really as strong as my race pace, let's say. So hopefully I put it on the like within the top 3 or whatever, and don't completely bottle it and start from the back. And yeah, we'll take it from there. But yeah, just happy to stay in the lead, and like I said last week,
it certainly does. What an incredible race. Thank you very much, Troy. Your 6th Grand Prix win of the season, I believe. Magnificent. And, well, goodness me, Pink Eye. Well, I love your name, and now I think I love your driving. Absolutely superb stuff. You've really put the cat amongst the pigeons out of that drive today. Talk us about your first experience.
I just came in for fun, really, and I wasn't expecting like much. I was aiming just to be in the top 10, and then I saw my pace in quali. Thought I'd just sweat out the race, and it went out really well. Had a couple spins. But
in the end, then you went on to the medium tires. Did you know that there was a safety car out? If you knew there was a safety car out, did you think you would have gone soft tires, or was you just too close to the pit lane to change your tires? Yeah.
what, on the second safety car? I actually caused that safety car hitting the wall. I came in for the medium, so I didn't have any softs left, so I used them all.
And then in the end as well. But you mentioned then that you came in just for fun then. But what was you feeling then when you realised about your pace then? And certainly you was certainly like going for it as well. Was you When you come into the race unknown, then does that make it easier for you, or does that make it more difficult not knowing who you're driving against?
Well, it's a bit of both. There's not much pressure. Well, it's a bit of both. There's not much pressure on me, but again, I don't know the pace of everyone here.
And hopefully we'll see you in Brazil as well. Then, if you do go to, I want to hear about your viewpoints of the sprint format. If you do race in Brazil in a week's time, then what is your views of the sprint?
I like the sprints because my race pace has always been better than my qualifying. Like Troy said, his qualifying is not his thing. Qualifying is definitely not my thing either. So the chance to have more laps on heavy fuel loads.
Really good stuff. Well done to both of you guys today. Troy with 6th win of his career. Pink on his debut getting a podium as well. Magnificent stuff indeed. Then for the next time you see these guys in action will be in a week's time in gold. Will be a week's time in gold in Brazil, of course. As we mentioned, that is our 3rd and final sprint race of the season. That's going to get very interesting indeed. Tomorrow night it is a repeat of Mexico. We're going to be with silver though. Nigel then, of course, extends in the championship. I don't think he can win it tomorrow. I think we have to wait till Brazil or even Portugal for the championship coronation. Then of course bronze as well, very much like gold. Then it's nip and tuck. Can Junior keep up the pressure on Dynamo Dan? We'll see you tomorrow night then, as Alex will be taking you through the action from silver.